welcome to the Changes to the Team episode for Game Week 26. Before we get on to the team selection for the upcoming game week, let's take a look at the points scored in Game Week 25. It was a good week for the defence, with Lee Grant and Seamus Coleman each keeping clean sheets. Stoke managed a 1-0 win over Crystal Palace, while Everton were held to a 0-0 draw by Middlesbrough. Elsewhere in defence, Gareth McCauley scored some rather controversial points. He was deemed to have got the final touch following a Johnny Evans header that resulted in West Brom's injury time equaliser against West Ham. In midfield, Gylfi Sigurdsson proved as reliable as ever, with an assist during Swansea's 2-0 win over Leicester. Christian Eriksen blanks for a fourth consecutive game, however, as Spurs were beaten 2-0 by Liverpool. The Spurs midfielder managed 2 attempts on goal, but failed to hit the target with either. Similarly, Matt Phillips has now blanked for 5 consecutive games. He produced just 1 attempted assist during the draw with West Ham. But the big points in midfield were scored by Alexis Sanchez. His 2 goals gave Arsenal all 3 points against Hull. There was an element of fortune about them, the first goal being bundled in by his hand, while the second was a penalty that wasn't particularly well placed. But the Arsenal man had a good game overall, producing 4 shots on target and 3 attempted assists. Finally, there weren't too many points around up front this week. Harry Kane failed to register a single attempt on goal against Liverpool, while Romelu Lukaku's only shot on target was saved by Valdez in Everton's goalless draw with Middlesbrough. Captain Zlatan Ibrahimovic provided an assist, but should really have done better, considering his 8 attempts on goal and 6 attempted assists. No player managed more goal attempts or attempted assists than Ibrahimovic in Game Week 25. So it's frustrating to once again get a 50-50 captain decision wrong, but 62 points was still enough for a small green arrow, up to 59k. So now let's look ahead to Game Week 26. With blank game weeks coming up in Game Week 26 and 28 for both Alexis Sanchez and Cedric Suarez, they'll both be making way this week. Sadio Mane will replace the Arsenal man. Liverpool became one of only 8 teams with a guaranteed fixture in Game Week 28, after Burnley, their Game Week 28 opponents, lost out to Lincoln in the FA Cup. Leighton Baines will come in to replace Cedric Suarez in defence. Everton are at home to Sunderland, West Brom and Hull over the next 4 game weeks, and are also one of the 8 teams with a guaranteed fixture in Game Week 28. And here's how the team will look after making those changes. Eldin Jakupovic will get a starting goal. Hull are at home to a Burnley side that have scored just 5 away goals all season, which is fewer than every other team. In defence, it'll be a back 4 this week, in order to carry Zlatan Ibrahimovic on the bench due to his blank game week. They each have promising home fixtures against Sunderland, Bournemouth and Swansea, so that shouldn't be too much of a compromise. For captaincy this week, the 2 strikers look to be the standout picks from the FPLtips squad. Harry Kane has dipped in form during his last 4 Premier League games, where he's scored just 1 goal, a penalty against Middlesbrough. The Spurs striker has failed to register a shot on target aside from the penalty during the last 4 game weeks. However, a hat-trick against Fulham in the FA Cup should give him a big confidence boost ahead of his home fixture against Stoke this weekend. Romelu Lukaku is currently doubtful with a calf injury, but is expected to recover in time for Game Week 26. No player has scored more goals than Lukaku during the last 4 game weeks, though the Belgian did fire all 4 of his goals in a single game. But now though, he's wearing the armband against a Sunderland side that have conceded 9 goals during their last 5 game weeks. As always, be sure to follow FPLtips on Twitter for the confirmed team and captaincy selection. And don't forget to like, comment and subscribe if you've enjoyed the video.